Hey everybody, it's Dr. Greg Barnes from Raleigh's Maximize Living Health Center, and today I'm going to be talking to you about personal care products. Women love them, guys don't think they need them, but we'd all agree that when it comes to good, 21st century personal hygiene, that they are needed. However, there can absolutely be a very dark side when it comes to the personal care products that you use, that members of your family use, and really looking at the cumulative toxicity and the chemicals that are in most modern day conventional personal care products. And what a lot of people don't realize is that the average woman will use between 8 to 12 personal care products every single day. Men are about 3 to 5. And for the women, that for the amount of chemicals that are included in each and every single one of those personal care products they use, it's estimated that the average woman will absorb about 5 pounds of chemicals directly through her skin each and every single year. And so while personal care products can be passed saying that they are safe and do not cause problems for human beings, the reality is that when these studies are done, they're not taking into account the cumulative exposure that occurs from each and every single personal care product that one individual person might be using, coupled with the amount of burden that they're being exposed to from the environment, both indoor and outdoor, to the personal care products that they're using, to the medications that they take, to the bad chemicals and processed synthetic chemicals that are absorbed through the bad food that they're eating, and it just goes on and on and on. And so what we want to help you, encourage you to do is to really very critically evaluate the personal care products that you're using, and I'll give you a few resources to really accurately look at that and look at making changes, because these personal care products, and specifically the toxins that are found in them, have been absolutely shown to be both carcinogenic, meaning that they cause cancer, but also damaging to specific organs like your kidneys, your liver, your brain, and also even your skin, which is ironic because most personal care products are, kind of promoted or marketed as this is something that would actually enhance and help beautify you or make you look younger or make your skin even look healthier, but they're actually finding that the opposite is true. And so when we're looking at that, the average woman, when they use those personal care products, they'll be exposed to over 1,000 different chemicals each and every single day. And I wanted to go over a couple of the main ones. So number one, when you think about something you use every single day, hopefully, would be toothpaste, all right? And some of the main problem ingredients found in toothpaste would be things like sodium lauryl sulfate and propylene glycol. And sodium lauryl sulfate and its other derivatives have been found to be toxic to both your liver, your kidneys, and also your brain. And when you actually look at an average bottle of toothpaste like Crest, for example, or a Colgate, what's there somewhere on the little tube? It says, contact poison control if swallowed, which I think is a little bit ironic, because although you may not eat toothpaste as a meal, the reality is that there's no doubt you're swallowing a little bit each and every single time that you every time that you brush your teeth. And so you think about that and that building up in your body over time. And so toothpaste is one of the big things you got to switch and change out for a more natural product. Another one that you're probably using every single day or at least several times per week would be shampoo. And some of the same concerns with toothpaste would be found in shampoo, but the bigger reason would be is that when you think about a shampoo and rubbing it on your scalp, you have to think about all the thousands and tens of thousands of blood vessels that are contained in your scalp, and how that is going to be directly absorbed into what's under here, your brain. And a quick little story about how many blood vessels that you have in your head. I remember when I was in kindergarten, I was on the bus and I was horsing around with a classmate, and I actually fell as we were jumping back from seat to seat, and I nicked my head on something on the side of the bus floor there, and my head just was gushing blood. I mean, I remember the bus driver pulling over and getting out just a wad of paper towels this thick, and my head soaked through that entire thing, my blood, within a matter of minutes. And so I got home, my parents brought me to urgent care, the ER, the doctor there, and it cleaned it up, and they found that the cut ended up only being about that big, all right? It was little teeny tiny, it didn't even need stitches, but that's how many blood vessels you have on your scalp. And so the absorption of what you're putting on your hair is actually a very huge deal. Again, some of the main ones would be sodium lauryl sulfate. And the reason why people love that one is that, that's a foaming agent, which is why people like the foaming of your toothpaste, the foaming of your shampoo, because somehow you think that that's critical for cleanliness, but that's not true. Another huge one is going to be something you'll use every single day, which is deodorant. And, the problems with deodorant are what's found in there, like BPA, bisphenol A, phthalates, and also aluminum are some of the main ones that are used in the conventional deodorants. And the big problem with that is that when you think about applying that under your arm, in your armpit, what's really present there is, yes, there's blood vessels, but specifically a specific concentration of lymph nodes and lymphatic tissue. And that actually transports fluid all the way throughout your body. So what's very interesting is that in a recent study that came out about 3 years ago, they found that these parabens were found in breast cancer tumors 95% of the time. So parabens are, the main kind of active ingredients. It wasn't BPA, it was parabens found in these deodorants. And again, applying right underneath the arm tissue. Well, what's right there? Breast tissue. So major problem, especially if you're a female. And so absolutely got to recommend for looking for an alternative for that one as well. And then some of the other main ones would be things like hand soap, right? Or, you think about the kind of the wipes you go when you go to hospitals or daycares or even grocery stores now. And the main active ingredient in there that kills bacteria and viruses is called triclosan. And triclosan has actually been found to be heavily damaging to not only your skin, which is why it can get cracks and dryness, but also specifically to your liver and your kidneys as well. And triclosan has been banned in many, many, many other countries in the world, and actually even a few states in the U.S. here have started banning it, including Minnesota, which is my home state. So very proud of them on that. So again, looking at your hand soap. So for those of you that are patients of mine, you know that when you go to my office and use the restroom, you'll find that we have this Miessence hand soap here instead of the kind of conventional stuff that you would use, or another one we use is also Myers, but this is the main one that we recommend. And Miessence is actually the main brand that we recommend because it's actually 100% natural. Most of their ingredients are food-based, all natural, and the majority of them are actually raw food-based. And what I love about this company, which comes out of Australia, is that although you probably wouldn't want to eat many of them because they don't taste very good, is that there's nothing having to do with poison or toxicity on here. So you could eat each and every single personal care product that they have and not have to worry about any harm other than maybe it tastes gross, right? So some of the ones that we use again are the hand soap. I personally use their aftershave balm. I use the hair styling gel. And, my wife and I both use this balancing cleanser, which is used for skin washing. We use the toothpaste, and they have a couple different flavors. They have lemon and mint, and also anise. I personally like the mint kind the best. It leaves the most kind of fresh taste in my mouth. And what's great about this is that the number one ingredient is actually aloe vera. So that's the main ingredient. And then there's sodium bicarbonate, which kind of helps to clean and whiten the teeth. And then when it comes to what provides the mint flavoring, well, it's actually mint, spearmint, and peppermint essential oils, which I love. So again, your kids could, if they got into this, they could swallow the whole bottle, and they might get an upset tummy. You wouldn't have to be calling poison control, which is a huge deal, and avoiding toxicity from there. We use their shampoo, which same thing again. This uses aloe vera and actually vitamin B5 as the main two ingredients for that. We use their deodorant here, and the main ingredient for this is also aloe vera and sodium bicarbonate, which is all you need to protect yourself. And what's very interesting about this is that when a lot of our patients or practice members or clients start using this for the first time, their skin and their underarm can actually break out a little bit. They'll get bumps or redness. And what that is actually your body detoxifying from the harmful aluminum and parabens that you'd previously been using. So it's actually a good sign when your skin breaks out, because we know that it's pulling out the damaging and harmful chemicals that we were using before. And there's several different scents that can be used for that. And then we also use a body wash. So my wife uses a few more personal care products on a regular basis, as do most women. And there's actually a whole line, including makeup, and every type of skincare you could imagine for that. So that's why we love it, because it's not only one or two products that are healthy and natural, but it's an entire line that is safe and trustworthy. So you can go to www.miessence.com, and I'll have a link down in the notes down at the bottom here below this video for how you can find that. What I love about this company is the transparency and the honesty with which it provides about their personal care products. A lot of so-called natural products, you have a very difficult time finding out what's actually in it, and you'd be surprised that actually even so-called natural personal care products that are found in places like Whole Foods are not as natural as they might claim to be. So I used to be one of those people that would kind of fall into the trap where just because it says, oh, it's safe, or oh, it's just natural, oh, it's good for me, that I would just use it with before ever really becoming an ingredient detective. So just like you want to be an ingredient detective with your food and read the labels and understand what each thing means on there, you want to understand that for your personal care products as well. Now, the Environmental Working Group actually provides an online database of something called Skin Deep, and what you can do is you can actually plug in the personal care products that you use, and it will give a safety rating or a toxicity rating on how either non-toxic or toxic your personal care product might be, and why, and which specific ingredients are the culprits within that product. So I'll put that link below as well. But that is a great, and I got to be honest, a downright eye-opening, revealing resource to use, because you might just find out that the products you've been using for your entire life have been causing chronic toxicity problems inside of your body. So the main reason why we want to evaluate this is that we're going to be finding that toxins are endocrine disruptors, which means they cause your hormones to become out of balance, which leads to things like, again, cancer, toxic weight gain, autoimmune issues, chronic fatigue, headaches, and just really not feeling well. So again, address your personal care products, find safe alternatives like Miessence or other ones that are out there, and start switching these. And also think about your families and your children too, because we're living in an increasingly toxic world, and we want to make sure that we're not making them toxic from the get-go. So we love you guys and we care about you, and I just wanted you to see you succeed and have your health maximized. Here's to another great video, and we'll talk to you guys later.